से ऊपर थे कि नहीं? कौन सा नीट का फॉर्म ये पूछता है, कौन सा एम्स ये पूछता है कि आपके 10th क्लास में 70% थे कि नहीं? कोई नहीं पूछता।
So you must have heard this opinion on internet, as this used to be controversial back in the days, but now it has become normalized that 10th marks does not matter or 12th marks does not matter. Earlier it used to be controversial opinion. People say a piece of sheet cannot decide your future, but slowly it became mainstream, and now this controversial topic has been normalized. So I thought, why not make a contrarian perspective to this controversial opinion, because मेरे को ऐसा लगता है कि 10वीं और 12th के marks, even though they don't matter that much, they do matter a lot, because it has become almost a habit. If you are rich, you are going to say money doesn't matter. If you are beautiful, you are going to say beauty doesn't matter. If you are successful, you are going to say money doesn't matter, or you are going to say I am successful but I failed in 10th or I failed in 12th, so anyone can be successful. So this myth has been sold to us for a long time, and I wanted to shed some light on it. I want to share certain thoughts I have which I think are factually true, and why 10th and 12th both exam and their marks matter. So first of all, people say it is easy to score in 10th, and I do agree with that 10वीं में marks आना relatively आसान होता है, but you have to see that अगर आसान है तो ले आओ ना, अगर आसान है तो ले आओ. Why do you have to keep coping, कि पहले कम नंबर ले और फिर बाद में बोलने लगे ये तो आसान ही होता है, I just didn't care enough to study. So what? Ultimately what matters at the end of the day is your result, your actions. What doesn't matter is how much IQ you have or how much potential you have. What matters is the result. And if you study in a diligent way for 10th, and also you managed your playing sports, etc., it creates you more disciplined, it gives you life more structure, and it creates a foundation for 11th and 12th, because the upcoming classes are going to be really hard. 11th and 12th are going to be a huge jump as compared to 10th. So if you don't learn how to be disciplined when you are in 10th, you're going to find it hard to gain that momentum when you enter 11th. So that is my first point. My second point is, if you want to do an MBA, your 10th marks matter, and your 12th marks matter, and your graduation marks matter, and then your experience. And now you might be thinking, well, why should I think about MBA in the future? You should not think about it, but what if you have to? What if you didn't have MD in that grade of college, and you want to give CAT or GMAT, and you want to get into a good IIM? They will see your 10th marks, they will see your 12th marks, they will see your graduation marks. So there is that. Another is when you are applying for universities abroad. Universities abroad are going to look at your 9th class marks, 10th class marks, 11th class marks, and 12th class marks. So, and if you have less marks in all these classes, they are not even going to entertain you. Yeah, they are going to see, if you are applying in top university, they are going to see your extracurricular and all those things. But first they are going to apply and filter, and if you don't even pass these 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th class marks, they're going to remove you. So that's another thing. And the third one is, let's say you are preparing for a competitive exam, you require a marks beyond a certain threshold to be even eligible for giving that exam or getting into a premier institute. For instance, JEE require at least 75%. They have 75% criteria, and people have been trying to remove it, but I don't think they are going to remove it, and it is good that they are not going to remove it for many reasons. First of all, imagine you did not score that good in JEE, you did not score 99%, you did not score 98 percentile, but you scored from 94 to 97, and you are forced to go into a private institute, because in Thapar the CSE cutoff was 97 percentile last year, and in Manipal they started taking admission via JEE route this year, and the cutoff was around 98, I think 98 to 97, somewhere around that. So if you don't score that good in JEE, like 99 and beyond or 98 and beyond, that doesn't mean you are a failure. 97 percentile is a very good number. It means you are in the top 3% of the population who gave that particular exam. So you are not bad, you are very resilient, you were hardworking, you studied, but you were not in the top 1 percentile, you didn't make it. It doesn't mean you are a failure, and you might have to go to private college, and your board's number can help you give you scholarship. If you are in Thapar, your board's number can help you give you scholarship along with your JEE main score. So yeah, why not ignore it, unless you have too much money that you don't care about all these things. I don't see why you should ignore it. You having more and more marks gives you the opportunities to have more and more scholarships and things like that. Another thing is, if you score good in 10th and you want to be in coaching or go to pick a certain field, certain stream, schools or coaching institute have certain threshold which you have to cross if you want to choose a particular field. So there too 10th exam marks matter. So I don't know why people say it doesn't matter. Yes, you can be successful even if you fail 12th. Does that mean 12th doesn't matter at all? No, that is not the truth, and I want people to recognize that it matters a lot. It matters in MBA, it matters in foreign, it matters if you're giving JEE, it matters in many other exams. And now imagine you did not score good in JEE, you score less than 90% or you score less than 94% or something like that, and you have to go to a bad college, or a college which is somewhat good but has extremely high intake. For instance, VIT Bellour, it is a good college but इसका intake बहुत ज़्यादा है, students बहुत ज़्यादा है. तो जब कंपनियाँ आती हैं and the companies need to filter out students, and because they are a lot of students, they start filtering out first using CGPA, and in many of these cases these companies actually filter using your 12th percentage. And now you might say that a company who is filtering using your 12th percentage is not a good company and you are not in a good college. Well, guess what? More than 95% of the people are not going to be in a good college. So you need to have your advantages ready in case your plan A fails, plan B fails. And that is why I think that 12th marks matter and 10th marks matter too. And तुम्हें काम चोरी नहीं करनी चाहिए. You should study diligently and focus on your extracurriculars and other activities too.